You can probably see it in my eyes. The bags, right here. And then my skin doesn't look very great, very healthy either. I fell off. Not off completely, but it's enough that nothing is really going as planned. The reason I stopped making videos is because I started to see myself being more and more irrational and more spontaneous, erratic. A few weeks ago, if you had asked me what my purpose is, I was about to go to the military. Bruh. Where did it start? It started, if I have to go back to the beginning of the decline, it was when my mom passed away. Because in that moment of time, I didn't realize that there was a very deep thing happening that I wouldn't really know what the outcome would be. Yesterday, my sister asked me, have you ever thought about your future with mom not being there? Like, what would it be like when you have your children and you want them to meet their grandmother and, there's nowhere to bring them? Maybe your girl has a mother, hopefully. So no, I didn't think about most of the negative aspects of what would happen after my mom passed away. All I know is that being at home is miserable. And so if I'm not avoiding it by working or by traveling or by getting high, I don't even want to be here. I honestly want to leave, move out, go somewhere else. But I feel like I've failed you. The reason I feel that way is because you expected me to show up and I told you I'd be there. I told you I'd be here and I wasn't. In my lowest points, I couldn't see how it was even sensible for me to show my face. Like, honestly, I would have considered myself an embarrassment. To everything I've preached, to everything that helped me, I couldn't even live up to it. Discipline is easy when things are going well. It's when everything sucks and when the shit has hit the fan that your discipline will truly be tested. If you're finding that the disciplined things are coming to you easily, that's a good thing, bro. You're in the good season. When the bed feels like a magnet, when Netflix is calling your name, when profits are moving slowly, income is running low, outcome is despondent, your outlook is desperate, that's when you need discipline. And that's when it's actually the hardest. And that's when your character is truly tested. If things are just going well, bro, you're not showing you're disciplined, you're showing that you're rational, that you can do the right thing. But it's not a test of your character until shit has really hit the fan. I've been tested and I've failed. I've been tested and I chose the wrong choice. Time and time and time again until it's too late and everything is snowballing and you wake up one day and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? Literally, you wake up and none of it makes sense. You don't even know where it started. I told you it started when my mom died, but it really set into motion Sometime probably around March this year, that's when my depression started and I couldn't see it coming because my circumstances were good. And this is the preventative season is so much easier than the proactive corrective season. Because when you've let the excesses overflow, it's so hard. You need extreme measures to bring it back to where it was. It's like if something goes up by this much, but it started right here, you have to bring it down here to bring it back into balance. You need almost a militant level of discipline. And that's why I was considering going to the military, because I had offset it so much in this direction that I didn't even see how I could fix it again myself. But I did this. I made a habit tracker for myself. It's not much, but it's a start. I have on it my morning routine, nighttime meditation, sleep by 10 p.m., workout every day, record a video every day, and make sure that I go do some kind of income generating activity. I might not do it every day. I might not even hit half of them. But if I can just set the intention that I want to start doing better habits, then I know I can make progress from there. I know I can make progress. It's just been, I don't know how to explain it to you, bro, but painful in every way. It's like it's not physically painful until it is. Like I got a physical injury in my leg that I have to nurse for a few weeks. But it's not even the physical pain, it's the emotional pain that requires no interpretation but requires an action that has a consequence, and I only see the action as helping me and not the consequence as hurting me. And so you dig yourself into a hole that's so deep, only God can pull you out. So happened to me. I've been blinded by the shiny object syndrome. I've been blinded by instant gratification, not realizing that when you indulge, you don't really get to enjoy it because you have the nagging feeling in your mind telling you that you don't really deserve it. When I was doing well, when I was focused on the long term, that's when I felt the best. Because I knew I was planting the seeds that would make the life that I live better in the future, better tomorrow than it is today. And what I've been doing recently is trying to make today as good as possible, not realizing that in doing so, I'm making tomorrow slightly worse and worse and worse and worse until it just absolutely sucks. I'm at the sucking point. And it only starts to get better once you realize that you've hit that new low. It only starts to get better when you look in the mirror and you see, like, you're not the person that you once were. I haven't even been recording videos, not because I lacked the discipline, but because I was scared to literally show you my face so you could see what I've been going through. A sense of worry and guilt and angst that people will see me for what I really am. Guess what? They've already seen you for what you already are. You can't hide. Bro, I used to think I could hide. You always wear your heart on a sleeve. I fell off self-improvement because my mental health started getting worse, and then my mental health started getting worse because I wasn't focusing on self-improvement. And I think the common misconception about self-improvement is that you're always improving But the reality is sometimes just maintaining is an act of self-improvement. Sometimes it's not going from 20 minutes of meditation a day to an hour. Sometimes it's just keeping the 20 minutes. Just keeping it is improving. I let all those things go just to see what would happen, and I stopped earning money. I stopped putting my best foot forward. I stopped caring about what happened to other people. I started only to concern myself with what happens to me and how I feel. And it seems ridiculous to even think that that's what I was doing, but that's what happened. That's what transpired. I became the only important person in my world. And that's a dangerous fucking place to be, where only what happens to you matters. You become selfish and decadent and self-indulgent. Whatever is gonna make you feel just like 0.5% better, you'll do it because nobody else matters and nothing else matters. Like, bro, the other day I tried to go talk to a woman, and because I had been in my room, not really getting out very much, literally jacking off some days, as I tried to talk to her, I was like, fuck, bro, this is hard. Like, this is some tough stuff. And then I saw another guy starting to talk to her, and he started making a conversation with her, making her laugh. He made it seem so easy, and I was like, dude, you can't be competitive in the sexual marketplace if you're wanking off and releasing the energy that you would have used in that situation to build the tension to the point where it has to explode. The song that I like that goes like, I want to explode.
I want to explode.
But yeah, I know what kind of a position I'm in right now. I know how precarious it is. I've been reading this book by Ray Dalio. Ugh. Watch me do my slow walk. This book, The Changing World Order, which is a really important book to read, I think. And it just talks so much about income and wealth and power, and not that those are the most important things, but what can happen when you don't have those things, and when enough people don't have those things, and what kind of revolution is going to happen when the haves have way more than the have-nots, and the have-nots have reached their breaking point. I don't really want to be here when that happens. If I can avoid it, I will. But that's thinking too far into the future. And while it does help to kind of pan it out, at the end of the day, what matters is what you do every day. The other day I was outside smoking weed, and it's maybe my second time smoking that day, and it hit me like, fuck me, bro. Your life is comprised of your days. What you do repeatedly is what your life is going to turn out to be. So, if you don't start doing good things repeatedly, your life is going to be a sum total of all of the bad shit that you did. That's what will be memorable. And is that what you want to leave behind as your legacy? A bunch of unfulfilled potential? Or do you want your legacy to look like this? The choice is yours, bro. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better.